until we get some people in here. Okay, got the Wi-Fi. How's everybody doing? No, let's see. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hey, I'm glad you guys are in here. We're gonna make a phone call to Mr. Darren Parker, the division chief of Aurora Police Department. Wanted to get more clarification of this report he had sent in for the incidents that that I had with the engagement of the prior engagement of a few of his officers, the videos that I sent in to the deputy chief. I'm sorry, deputy city manager of how his officers behaved. So, and if you guys, I'm pretty sure you've seen the videos that I'm talking about. The first video that I was referring to was, like I said, I'm fair. I don't. The camera is an objective witness. I can't make you look good. I can't make you look bad. But that's totally up to you. One of the videos I had sent was for Officer K Manley, who was an upstanding officer. He did his thing, and he acted in accordance to how he should act as an officer. Another video was the one where there was an accident and the officer tried to ask me for my ID because I was in the scene. That was not closed off or roped off or anything like that. So that's one of the other incidents. Another incident is when I was in the parking lot at night on a public sidewalk, but it was at night when I got on Officer Bayer, whatever the fuck his name is, case for shining that flashlight into my camera. You guys should have seen that. That got about 1,500 views on that. But yeah, so that's the incident that I'm actually talking about right there too. And obviously the other incident where Officer E. Smith damn near ran me over almost with his motorcycle, joyriding down the public sidewalk with the police motorcycle. And that's when I had asked him, is he above the law and all those type of things. So I wanted to give y'all a breakdown story of why I'm calling this division chief, because he updated us with the report on his findings. Okay. And I'm going to read to you what he says, just so that you know that why I'm incredibly pissed with him, and why I have every right to be. So the deputy chief reads, as discussed, here's the update on the incidents that have been brought to my attention. Let me know if there are any questions. So he got the report from the division chief, and this is the email that was emailed to him. To the division chief, we have researched and reviewed the videos provided by me, K-Dot, over the past few weeks in general. The incidents have not risen to the level of misconduct. Now remember that word, guys, the word misconduct, which is, hold on. real quick. Stay with me on that. There you go. So I'm going to read you the legal definition of misconduct, okay? Unacceptable or improper behavior, especially by an employee or professional person, okay? Let that linger, okay? Let that marinate, because I'm gonna go back to that word, and I'm gonna let you know how stupid he sounds. Again, I'm gonna read that definition again. Unacceptable or improper behavior, especially by an employee or professional person. Okay? So let's go back to the email. Okay. We have researched and reviewed the videos provided by KDOT over the past few weeks. In general, the incidents have not risen to the level of misconduct, remember that word, on the behalf of the officers. There are actions or steps by the officers that could have been handled better. We have taken these learning opportunities with the officers involved and discussed the incident so that they can improve their service to our community. We review the following incident. So he lists the different incidents. So we have incidents 1 through 4. Okay. So this first incident is about K. Manley. This is the good officer. Okay. That displayed himself in the public very professionally. Okay. So it reads, for Officer Manley, we understand excuse me. We understand KDOT offered an accommodation to Officer Manley for his interactions. We have noted that and may utilize those interactions and Officer Manley's approach as examples of how interactions with First Amendment auditors from the public can and should go well. Now, pay attention to the verbiage. He said may. Okay? If you have an accommodation from the public to your officer, that is a wonderful example of how an officer should act. That should be part of your training. It shouldn't be may. It should be absolutely nothing about how proud we are to have him a representative of our public service to the community. We're going to use this to educate other officers on how to be the example of how to act when interacting with the public. None of that was discussed in that little paragraph. That's all he said. Okay, so I want you to remember that minor note. Okay, because it seems in these other ones he has more discussions on defending the actions of the officers who ain't shit, pretty much. Okay. I don't know who that is. Okay. Okay. All right. If you guys are here, make sure I hit that like button. Share this video because I'm telling you, this is going to be something else. Okay. All right. So the second incident, Officer Bear incident, and this is the one that's in the parking lot at night. This was the one I had dismissed. Who was shining the flashlight in my camera, if you guys remember that video. Okay. All right. So it reads, second incident, Officer Bear incident in the parking lot. We discussed providing his business card in a timely manner and reminded him of department expectations regarding public perception and professionalism. Okay. Now, let's go back to that first part, the opening statement, right? Where he stated, in general, the incident. Actually, I'm selling some too. Let's see, hold on. Nice ones. Real good ones. In general, Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Good.
I saw Misha come in. Misha?
In general, the incident
That's your car. Somebody
has
threw it
not
away.
risen to the level of misconduct on the behalf of
Yeah, the
officers.
stores are locked.
Okay? If it wasn't misconduct,
Oh, okay. I was like, shot? That's how I'm like.
then why is it saying that
It's okay?
he basically coached him on professionalism?
Good. I'm good. No.
Why would you need to
No,
coach
I did not.
somebody
Well,
on professionalism if he was in proper conduct, or if he was following the rules, or if he was acting as an officer in the course of his duties? Then why would you have to sit down with him and tell him that? I'm gonna read it to you again.
When you're done with.
In the parking lot, we discussed providing the business, providing his business card in a timely manner, and reminded him of department expectations, what the department expects from him, regarding public perception and professionalism.
You need to do these dishes when you come back, girl.
Now, not only that, but let's be very, very clear. He did not discuss anything about the flashing the light in the phone. Didn't talk about how he tried to unlawfully require me to give him my ID. And he didn't state anything about verbally giving your name and your badge number to the public when asked for it. Didn't say anything about that. Nothing about that. So I find it hard to understand when you say it hasn't risen to any misconduct. That's misconduct when you don't when you disobey your own policy rules. Not only that, he also violated the law, Colorado Revised Statute 13-21-128, which states, and I'll bring that up for you. Hold on. I'll bring that up. Hold on, give me a minute. We're gonna have school today, y'all, for illiterate officers. Now, it says, notwithstanding any other remedies, a person has a right of recovery, meaning legal damages as far as a suit, against a peace officer employing law enforcement agency if a person attempts to or lawfully records an incident involving a peace officer. And it's saying that you are allowed to sue the police officer if he violates this. And it specifically states, a peace officer intentionally interferes with the person's lawful attempt to record an incident involving a peace officer. When you're flashing a flashlight in the way of the camera to intentionally block me from recording a police involvement of some sort, you violated the law. The law is Colorado Revised Statute 13-21-128. I'll repeat it again. Colorado Revised Statute 13-21-128. Saying that you are allowed to have to sue the police or the city if an officer intentionally interferes with a person's lawful attempt to record an incident involving a peace officer. But remember, in the opening statement, it states nothing has risen to the form of misconduct that my officers displayed. What are you talking about? That is misconduct. Not only is that a department policy you just broke, but you just broke the fucking law. Adams County paid me on 2 claims, $500 and $1,000. So you did okay. So you did get get recovery for that situation. So altogether 1K total. Okay. Thank you, Ghost Rod. And see, he says it right there. Right there. Says it right there. That's proof. If an officer, if you're recording a police officer and he shined the light in your camera or in direction of your camera, he knows he is attempting and intentionally to violate that particular law. And regardless of that, that's the First Amendment anyway. If they deny the claim, you can sue them up for up to $15K. Hello. I don't make this shit up. The shit's in plain view. You guys can look at it on your own, and it specifically states that he was in violation. He was in violation of my rights. Okay. What else? Let me read you the rest. So now that we got that squared away. Oh, since I got you on, Ghostwriter, are you allowed to make an anonymous records request? I'm just wondering. Okay, so that was for the second incident. The third incident, the traffic accident off of Colfax. The traffic section has reviewed this incident in detail. Primary lessons identified include the failure by the officers on scene to utilize crime scene tape to properly secure the area of the investigation. That failure allowed, as far as I know, you can make anonymous requests. Well, I tried to, if you look at one of my other videos, I went live. They denied me that request because they wanted me to sign something stating that I wouldn't use whatever I requested for commercial purposes. If the scene had been properly secured, the lack of crime scene tape played in a direct role in the interactions the officers and KDOT, the scene supervisor in this incident, has been reminded on the need of properly secure an accident and crime scene. Okay, let me give y'all. Okay, so the scene, as you clearly seen, was clearly an accident. Okay, we don't know if it was a crime yet because they didn't investigate it to be a crime. At first, they said it was an accident. That's the car. That's the video with the car flipped over. That's about like maybe an hour to 45 minutes to an hour video. And I cussed that officer out too. So basically, they didn't. What I noticed that they didn't do. That none of them had masks on. None of them were doing crowd control as far as traffic control. None of them got out of their cars and started doing traffic control. If they asked the news station to sign one of those, they would laugh. Public information is just that, public information, not to be from the public. Yep. I knew it. Hey, Republic, how you doing? We're just going over this report that was sent to me by the so-called division chief of Aurora Police on some of the incidents that I explored. and you guys have noticed as well. I'm doing well, thank you. Okay, so basically there was a sergeant. He told me to back up 30 feet. I told him no. The other officer asked me, well, you're in a crime scene. Well, how do we know that? Steak fries auditor, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you. not only that, I told him, and then he tried to ask for my ID, the officer, and I told him, I cussed his ass out, and I'm like, and I stated the law, Colorado Revised 16-3-103. Unless I've committed a crime, about to commit a crime, or in the position of committing a crime, you are not allowed to ask me for my fucking or you're not allowed to get an ID from me. Okay, I don't have to. And when I mean ID, he was saying, "Oh, well, I didn't ask you for your ID. If you're asking me for my name, that's my identification." Okay, I didn't say ID card. I said ID. That's how stupid these damn police are. I have had all officers call accident scenes, crime scenes, just to push me back. Right, and not only that. Let's break that down just for a little bit, right? So you have an accident. Shouldn't be crime scene tape on there. It should just be caution, right? They don't even fucking know that. It's crime. It's caution tape. If it's a crime, that means there's a victim, right? Which was done with malicious intent. Then you would put up crime scene because it's a crime scene. Now, if I intentionally hit somebody with my car, then that would be a crime. That would not be an accident. So that, not only that, I saw an officer, the same officer that tried to get my ID, walked through the scene of the accident where the blood is at, stepped in the blood. I can't make this shit up. It's all on video. He steps on the blood. Like, that's disrespectful. How are you supposed to preserve something and you're just stepping all in the scene? But you're giving me shit for me being recording you on the public sidewalk. You got me fucked up, okay? Not only that, you'll also catch on the video toward the end where I'm getting ready to leave after I get the sergeant's information. He takes the clothes of the deceased person who was on the motorcycle, grabs the clothes and tosses it on the sidewalk. First of all, that's disgusting. COVID or not, you're supposed to have gloves on if you're going to touch that, and then you're supposed to preserve it in an evidence bag. Duh. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What if that particular accident turns into a crime scene? Maybe that dude did mean to hit him on the motorcycle, or vice versa. You need that evidence to be preserved. If you're touching it and throwing it on the sidewalk for other people to walk over, or maybe not paying attention, maybe being on the phone and walks on the clothes, that goes your preserved evidence. If I was the DA looking at that, I'd be like, who the fuck hired these people? Who? How did they even get employed? Cause is not a crime scene. It isn't preserved. Exactly. No, there was absolutely no tape. No tape. Nothing with... Not only that, they weren't practicing social distancing. Like I said, nobody had mask on. None of them got out of the car. They were just literally just standing around like zombies. None of them got out and tried to direct traffic to make sure there's no other accidents. It was horrible. It was ran horribly. Everyone would have got a write up if I was in charge. I'm sorry. Everybody would have got a write up, especially the goddamn supervisor, because he was in charge of the damn scene. All right, now the last and final incident, which got a little bit over 500 views. This incident is with Officer E. Smith. This is the incident where I cussed his ass, moved the fuck out, because I was walking on a public sidewalk, and in opposite of me walking, this is me and this is him. on the same sidewalk. He's on the motorcycle and almost hits me with the damn motorcycle as I'm walking. So, excuse me. So he almost hits me with the motorcycle, and I'm walking, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? I'm like, what is going on? You almost hit me with a goddamn motorcycle. You almost hit me with a damn motorcycle. So that's and then I unfortunately didn't get the chance to record that particular piece, but you get to see the aftermath. So I go up to him and I'm said, "Are you above the law?" Thank you. The pedestrian always has the right of way, especially on the fucking sidewalk. So he says, no, I don't think I'm above the law, and you got to watch the video. I'm cussing him smooth the fuck out, okay? And then I dismiss him. So this is the fourth response of Darren Parker, the division chief. On January 20th, 2021, Mr. K-Dot took exemption with, exception with Officer Smith riding his patrol motorcycle on the sidewalk. Okay, remember this is in his words. Riding. Remember that word. Riding. Okay. His patrol motorcycle on the sidewalk and claimed that he was breaking the law, in which he was. Officer Smith explained that there was an exemption for of law enforcement in the performance of their duties. But he never explained what the city code was when I was asking several times. And y'all heard me say, what is the law? What is the law? And the city and the code is City Code Section 134-2, Section 12041M. Notes that prohibition does not apply to city maintenance or city patrol vehicles. Officer Smith remained calm, respectful, despite verbal abuse and foul language from K-Dot directed at officers. So basically, I hurt his feelings, obviously. I don't know. Maybe he needs to get a tissue and turn in his uniform. I don't know. Don't expect the law enforcement officers to know the law. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're not going to know that law. So I look up the code, right? I look up the... I don't think the exemption covers trying to run over citizens using the side. Exactly. I looked up the code. Okay, so they are allowed to be on a sidewalk. They are allowed to be in an intersection. They are allowed to be they're allowed to be at a crosswalk, or especially if there's any type of events going on during concerts, a traffic accident, something like that, to where they need to conduct crowd control. Now, it states, shall stop, stand, or park. Okay? Not in motion. Okay? It doesn't say you're allowed to joyride on the fucking public sidewalk and almost hit people. There's no law that states that. No law whatsoever. Okay? Whatsoever. Okay? So now he states Officer Smith remained calm, respectful, despite verbal abuse and foul language from Kevin. Sorry, that's me, K-Dot. Directed at the officers. Okay, let's start with the first disrespect. He almost ran me over with the fucking bike, okay? That was disrespectful. Not only that, he gives me lip as far as me telling him that he was in the wrong for riding his motorcycle on the public streets. questioned him about a law, didn't even know, asked him, or told him, excuse me, I told him, advised him that he needed to get a supervisor out here, which never fucking came. Never came. Not only that, let me read some of these comments here. Let me see. Your language has no bearing on the situation. Exactly. I'm protected by the First Amendment. Not only that, the other disrespectful thing was, if you remember the video, I told him several times, back up, back the F up. Okay? At 6 feet. 6 feet. Not before that, I even had to instruct him to put on a damn mask. He didn't even have a mask on talking to me. Okay? Didn't even have a mask talking to me. And this fucker is in my personal space, and giving me lip and being condescending and all that type stuff. And I'm telling him he needs to back the fuck up 6 feet. And he doesn't do that. So how in the hell is he professional and calm? No way. Okay? So now that I've broken that down and giving y'all the backstory, y'all, if y'all want, y'all can go ahead and rewind the video, and I break it down verbatim of why I'm finna call Darren Parker, and we're gonna have a discussion. Now, he's either gonna want one or two things. He's gonna want to either have a discussion. He might even do three. He might rush me off the phone and say I'm busy. I'm too busy for this. Or he's gonna advise me to call him back, or he's gonna get in his feelings. Okay. So let's give him a call and see if he answers the phone. Thank you guys for the likes. Appreciate it. Make sure y'all share this video. Again, this is how we address our grievances to the people we have to babysit. So here we go. We're calling them. Or he's probably not going to answer the phone.
All right, I'll see y'all later. Take care.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Darren Parker
is not available.
Yeah, we're not going to leave him a message.
Keep up the fight, brother.
Yes, sir. We're going to make him sweat a little bit. So
I need to have your number so I can say, if I get called, I can say, let me talk to my attorney.
You know I got your back. You know I got your back. All right, so that was his cell phone. Oh, yeah, by the way, his cell phone number, if you guys want it, it's 720-281-5914. And, leave him a few messages and ask him, how did he come up with this so-called stupid-ass report as far as his officers being professional and all that type stuff? And there could have been maybe a few changes to where that we can interact with the public a little differently. His cell phone number is 720-281-5914. His office number is 303-739-6015, which we're about to call now. And he might not answer that one either.
Well, so left my jacket in my cap, didn't
Hey, this is Ashley.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a hold of Darren Parker.
Will you take care, brother?
Available. May I ask who's speaking?
Good citizen.
Okay, Hold on 1 second.
Thank you. Let's see. Share this, y'all. Share this.
Sir,
Yep.
he's not in his office. He's actually in a meeting. Can I take a message?
What time does he get out of that meeting?
I do not know. It doesn't really say.
Okay. Who are you in charge of his scheduling, or
Yeah.
like do you have like a schedule in front of you as far as like what's his curricular activities throughout the day?
Yeah, however, he does have unplanned meetings, and I believe the one that he's in is an unplanned.
Is it
so I don't
unplanned
know
meeting?
exactly. Yeah.
And who am I speaking with?
And this is Ashley.
How you doing, Ashley?
Good, you?
I'm doing. I could be better. Yeah. So, Mr. Darren Parker. Yeah. So you tell him that good citizen is. What time does he get off? Usually gets off around like 5 or something.
It depends. Hold on 1 second for me, though. Okay.
Yeah. No problem. Let's see. Unplanned means I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, that's what it means, pretty much. I told you that was going to be one of the few options.
Okay, sorry about that. Someone
Yeah.
else was calling.
Okay, yeah, no
So-
problem.
So what was your question?
No, I needed to talk to him. So,
Oh, yeah, and I told you he's in a meeting, but it was an unplanned meeting.
sure.
So I don't know how long it goes to, but I can have him call you.
No, I can call him back.
Okay.
We'll try calling him maybe within the next hour and a half.
Okay.
Do you think maybe he might be out? I mean, what else does he have planned for the day? As far as besides that unplanned meeting, because I don't want to. Because if he gets out, then I don't want to waste my time calling back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I do not know what time he'll get out of that meeting. And
No,
if
not
it
that
does
meeting. I'm
go-
talking about as far as his schedule for the day. Like, does he have something planned at, I don't know, 3:00 or something like that? That is actually planned. That's what I'm.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Jagan, what's going on?
Yeah, so no, it doesn't look like he does, but like I said, he's in an unplanned meeting, so I don't know how long that's going to go to, but
Okay.
I will make sure he gets a message that he'll be getting a call
Yeah, tell him he
from
will
a
be.
good citizen.
Yeah, and you can also let him know I'm not too happy with him. So
Okay.
you can put that in that as well. So just so that he's not blindsided or anything like that, so he knows that this call is on accountability. So and I'm gonna hold his ass accountable because
Okay, I will let him know.
yeah. So and again, Ashley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. You've been very, very professional, and thank you. And we'll try again. Okay.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Have a lovely day.
You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So he's in an unplanned meeting, whatever the fuck that means. And that's why I had asked. I knew she plans out his schedule, so I'm pretty sure she has a whole damn big ass calendar, and it states where he's supposed to be at, what time he's supposed to be there. So and I'm not saying unplanned meetings don't happen, but it's just kind of it's kind of funny that he has a unplanned meeting all of a sudden. And how you doing, Hey Dragon? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Yeah, so um mm. So we're gonna revisit this topic here, maybe in about an hour. So stay by your stay by either your computer devices, stay by your phones, because you're not gonna want to miss this, folks. He will be held accountable today or tomorrow. We're gonna try to get this done today because I'm sick of the bullshit, and I'm sure you guys are as well. And this is how we hold our public servants accountable. Unfortunately, we have to babysit their ass and have to burp them and have to put a diaper on when they shit on themselves, and you know, all those types of things. You know how it goes. You know, clean up after them. You know, shit like that. But anyway, I encourage you to go to those. If you haven't seen those videos, I encourage you to go and see those videos. The one that I had an incident with the motorcycle cop, E. Smith. There's one again that he tried to flash his flashlight into my camera. Please go. I refer you to that. But you know what? Let's try one more thing. Let's try to call. Let's try to get the. Let's try to get the deputy, city manager online. Let's try him. See if we can get him.
This is Jason Batchelor. I'm unable to take your call right now. If you leave your name and number and the time you...
Yeah, we're not going to do that because I already left a message. So, okay. All right, guys. Like I said, stay tuned. We are not done. This is part 1. We will get to part 2 when we'll call in about an hour here and see what we can do. So that's all I can say about that one. And all right, see you in about an hour. All right, it's your boy DJ K Dot, and I'm out. 1.